Y'all gotta turn this motherfucker up, man. Y'all don't realize we finna go there today. We finna go there today, nigga. Jesus can't save these hoes. Why are you trying? What make you think you greater than Jesus, nigga? If Jesus can't save these hoes, why are you trying? Why are you trying, nigga? If Jesus can't save these hoes, why are you trying? Why are you trying? What make you think you greater than Jesus, nigga? What make you think you greater than Jesus? What make you think you greater than Jesus, nigga? What make you think you greater than Jesus? What make you think you greater than Jesus? Swing the remix God! Can't save these hoes. Can't save these hoes. Can't save these hoes, nigga. Can't save these hoes. Can't save these hoes. Can't save these my hoes, shit. Can't save these hoes. 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 Can't save these hoes, nigga. If Jesus can't save these hoes, why are you trying? Why are you trying? If Jesus can't save these hoes, why are you trying? Why are you trying? What make you think you greater than Jesus, nigga? What make you think?
Shout out to Minister Jap, the realest, the illest on YouTube. Definitely go over and get a good brother a like and subscribe. And fair use, fair use, fair use. So what the topic is about today is if she has one plus body, even if she's a virgin, and in today's society, she's not a wife. Just too many variables, too many X factors in the game today as far as them switching it up on you at any point in time. And then you locked in essentially to a bad deal. And what I mean by a bad deal is signing a contract with the state. In my opinion, a wife is someone that you have a child with. The bond is made by God or the child is made by God, and the bond can never be broken. So you don't need to involve the government in your business and sign a contract. And I hear a lot of people talking about the 2025 conservative plan. They could change that at any point in time. So again, we're not here to swing a sword. We're here to provide a shield. So if she's not a wife, then what is she? And I'm going to put up on the screen a couple of options here. We have womb donor. This is for a guy that sees a woman who doesn't already have a child, and he also already doesn't have a child. So all the people that have children, move to the left. All the people that do have children, move to the right. You're not compatible. So this guy can see a woman who may have 10, 20 bodies. I'm going to give a quick breakdown of how the bodies work from the age of 18, and I'm being very generous starting there because we all know that it probably starts before there, and how they accumulate at least 2 bodies per year. So if you're meeting a girl, let's say at the age of 23, that's 5 years. That's easily, she has 10 bodies. And that's how we're going to do simple math here. Where do I get that from? She was probably dealing with someone seriously. She probably stepped out on him thinking that she had a bigger, better deal, as what red pill guys refer to as hypergamy. And now there's her 2 bodies. Accumulate that over a 5-year span. There's your 10. That's not a wife. So this guy can look at this woman and say, hey, you know, she has class, which is number one. And having class means that, you know, she's not rambunctious or degenerate when you're out and about. She's also has a certain level of carrying herself even inside of the home. So that would be number one. It's not looks. It's not how big her butt is or how big her breast is. It's about how she conducts herself inside of the house and outside of the house as far as staying in her feminine energy as much as possible. And guys, it's not going to be a 99% thing. So, you know, no one's perfect, including yourself. So if you can get someone that has class most of the time and she doesn't already have a child, also she's not older than you, I would say anywhere within a 5 to 10 year span of being younger than you, that's a good option for you. But if she's older than you, automatically that's not a good option for you. But you could see this person as a potential womb donor. So that's option number one. Now, if you are going to sign up for a womb donor, you have to know what comes with it. There's a great possibility that you're going to pay $500 to $1,000 in child support and you're never going to see your kid. If you can accept those parameters, go for it. If you can't accept those parameters or you're not in a position to accept those parameters, stay out of the way. It's not an option for you. Option number 2 is a main and your rotation. 1 is too close to none, and 3 is a maximum. You go beyond that, you're getting greedy. So when you have a main in your rotation, again, class is number 1. Now, it also has to be someone that you can say, hey, I could, potentially kiss this person in public and not want to throw up. So that has to be there as well, too. You can't just have someone that you feel like, okay, she has class, but I'm completely unattracted to her. And it doesn't have to be a supermodel, guys, but it does have to be someone who has a level of attraction. I would recommend someone that's in shape. I honestly see that fat women shouldn't be dealt with anyone. Because they don't present an option to be a womb donor. And then also, is that the type of lifestyle that you want to live? Dealing with a fat woman. So a man in your rotation just means this is someone that you could take on dates. This is someone after a period of time, I would say nothing less than 6 months to a year, where you guys can potentially go on a getaway and don't be the only one investing. Make her invest in some way, shape, or form, whether it's paying for her own airline tickets or just giving you a lump sum of money when you guys do travel. I'm not a big fan of just constantly having women in and out your life because that opens you up to a number of different things. So I do lean more towards guys dealing with rotations, having their aces in their places. So this would be your main chick. This would be your representative as far as when you go somewhere that's nice or where you need someone that's going to be there on a consistent basis, someone that you can deal with that has potential long-term implications. Now, I don't recommend cohabitating. She has her space, you have your space. Some would call this a cap woman. I mean, if that's the type of title that you want to put on it, I would say it's just your main woman that you deal with. Now, we're not dirty mics over here, boys, so we don't lie and we don't sneak. So if they're not okay with this and being in this position, it is what it is. Move on. There's always the free agent lifestyle. Shout out to Coach Greg Adams. And a lot of women are not going to be okay with this. But trust me, the economic situation is kicking them right in the pussy. So in a minute, they're not going to have a choice. What I'm doing now is I'm getting you guys ready for what's going to be ahead for the upcoming years. And essentially, we're playing musical chairs for positions for people that we're dealing with. This whole monogamy thing's been a farce since the jump. If you ask me and just what I've done based on my research, I don't see that there was ever a monogamy. I see that there was a very short period of time where there was actual monogamy, just in human existence. And for that short period of time, it did show benefits. But in the time that we're in now, it doesn't work. And it would be the best thing for society moving forward. But we've already jumped the shark. And we've already had the internet, the social media. There's people that have lived debaucherous lifestyles. Can't put the genie back in the bottle. So we are where we're at. What we're doing now, once again, is damage control for the future and for people that are going to exist moving forward. Females need to get under masculine leadership right away. So that's what this is an attempt to do. So that way we can categorize everything and people can branch off. The late great Kevin Samuels, in my opinion, this is something that he would have alluded to down the road as far as being able to, patch people up or partner people off. And I don't like using that gay word, so let me say match people up accordingly to where they needed to be based on where they were at. This is also what I see as well, too, which is needed because the longer that women operate without any type of masculine guidance, and that's the whole purpose of this matching up, if you will, is that they can't continue to roam in the world by themselves. Being in a polyamorous relationship would be better for them compared to them just making their own decisions completely alone. It hasn't been working. So having a man gives you a go-to woman and it gives her a go-to man that she can get guidance from and gain masculine energy from. But then also on your end, you don't have to go out here and look for said person and blah, 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 blah. So now this could be a revolving door. It could take some time to get a person into this type of position and to accept these type of rules. But this would be optimum given the situation. Now, the reason that you wouldn't want to push all your chips in as a man and it's closed on their side, it's open on our side. It is what it is, ladies. You put yourself in this position, and if you don't like it changing in your daughters, it's not going to change your lifestyle, and your lifetime, the damage has already been done. But it protects you from certain things like STDs, women, that you might meet coming over to your home, potentially robbing your home or putting you to some other type of crazy situation. When you know that you have this main chick that you can rely on, it's a better existence. And then we hear the other guys say, well, just go monk mode and don't deal with anyone. Well, if you want to go and hide in the woods, go for it. I do recommend monk mode for a period of time, 30, 60 days, coming out of a relationship, coming into this new information in order to get your spirit right and to get your steps right. But to stay in monk mode forever, there's a certain thing called biology. Also, you can't just take your ball and run. Women are not going anywhere. They make up 51+% of the society, so we're going to have to deal with them. God created them for us to lead them and for them to be under our guidance. When they're not under our guidance, they're going to burn the whole thing down. And that's what we're seeing with a lot of these women operating alone. So make yourself strong first, then they come underneath your masculine leadership. And if she could be a main, that's great. Now, when you have a person that's not just your only, you're going to have something what I call indifference. You're not going to be locked into this one person to where you just, you're blinded by it and everything that's going on. So I know what you're thinking. I said before, 1 is too close to none, 2 is ideal, and 3 is a max. So who would be number 2 in this scenario? Old women or older women, mature women, whatever you want to call yourself, come up to the front of the congregation. This is your position. Accept it. I'll give you an example. If the guy is 45, you're 55, he has a main, he says, hey, I want you to be my down chick. I want you to be in this secondary position under my masculine leadership. Accept it. Your other options are you could be with a beta male simp or you could be alone. Those are terrible options compared to the one I just offered you. And if you don't like it, hey, it's a position that you put yourself in. Do better for the younger women by telling them the truth while you're in this position. Now, what does this position entail is that you're on call. You're going to be there. He'll be able to provide guidance as far as helping you understand situations, whether it's like a credit question or something like that. But he's not going to be there constantly to wait on your beck and call. And this is the type of relationship or the type of connection that you guys will have. You will have to understand and respect that he does have a main and that this is your position within, his harem. Sky Daddy, I see your hand up in the back. But what about me? I'm a young guy. I'm in a relationship. I have a girl. She loves me. She's my one and only. Oh, we've been together for 1 year. Kick that shit over the moon. Like, you don't know exactly how this is going to go. And all you guys are experiencing puppy love. So if you want to push in all your chips and say, hey, this is the one for me, and I'm going to be completely monogamous with this woman, keep living. And come back and see me in a couple of years and let me know how that worked out for you. I guarantee you it's not going to be beneficial. So what you're going to do in your position, let's say you're a 25-year-old guy, and everything that I'm saying, it's under the parameters that you are being productive and that you are bringing in revenue. If you're a guy that you're in your mama's basement and you're fat eating Cheetos off your belly, this conversation doesn't apply to you. I'm talking to my guys that are out here getting it in the world, productive, their bodies don't look like crap. These are the ones that qualify for this position. So if you're not in that situation, go over there with the single mom, sit on the sidelines. This doesn't pertain to you. Now back to what we were talking about. So let's say you are a 25-year-old guy and you are successful. You are trending in the right direction. You do have a solid main. What is the purpose of having someone else? What you're going to do is you're always going to be accepting applications. You're going to continue to date. You're going to continue to date your main. But that sounds like a whole lot of money. Well, this can be done properly. That person that's applying, hey, I'm dating, but nothing crazy. You don't have to get into everything that you're doing and who you're doing it with. And then also to your main, you can also let her know, I'm dating, but nothing crazy. Or if you want to be that type of guy that wants to sneak and do all that type of stuff, then go for it. I don't recommend it. I say be as honest as possible and say, hey, this is how I operate. And you'll be surprised about how many women will accept this position. Now, none of these options will be set in stone. So there is no perfect way of dealing with this. Again, number one, go monk mode, 30 to 60 days. I wouldn't recommend anything longer than 6 months. If you're going longer than 6 months, you're just torturing yourself, in my opinion. And biology will come back later and bite you in the butt. So if you are able to, get your energy centered, you've done a period of time in monk mode. Now you're ready for what I'm telling you now as far as the dating field and how to operate within this dating market that we have nowadays. And as far as like what your options are, I'm going to start at the top again so that way everything's clear. Number one, all the people that have kids, go to the left. All the people that don't have kids, go to the right. You guys are not compatible. And for the people that are on, let's say, the right with no kids, then it comes down to what's your age. I would not recommend the woman being older than the guy. And what you're ultimately looking for in this scenario, is that you're looking for a womb donor. You're looking for someone that could be a decent mother to your child and that has a high level of class. There is a good possibility that you guys are not going to raise that child together, unfortunately, because that's the times that we're in. And if you're okay with accepting, hey, I'm going to pay $500 to $1,000 a month for child support and I'm never going to see my kid, go for it. If you're not okay with that, don't entertain this option. Now, second option for my guys who maybe have kids already or don't want kids, that are in a good, solid financial situation, I would recommend you having a main chick. Someone that you can go on a date with, someone you can go on a nice dinner with. Eventually, you're going to work, stack money, travel alone, blah, 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 blah. Trust me, that stuff's going to get old real fast. Now, I'm not saying you got to be simping with this main chick that you have, but you're going to want to switch it up and have a more balanced lifestyle. And to me, when you're just doing all that stuff alone, eventually it does catch up with you. I'm absolutely not purple pill, so I'm going to get to the last option as well, too. And this ain't for the faint of heart. The last option is free agent lifestyle. Again, shout out to CGA, Coach Greg Adams. Definitely check out his channel. He has a great breakdown of what a free agent lifestyle is. But this just means that you're going to have a constant rotation of women. A lot of guys that do live the free agent lifestyle do have solid women that they deal with on a consistent basis. So this would be kind of like the number two option as well, too. Number two option is basically you're dealing with a rotation of women that, you continue to deal with on a solid basis. Maybe you have one-offs here and there. But also, guys, you always want to protect yourself. I see that the number two option is the best way to operate. And personally, that's the way that I lean towards. But if you just want to be a free agent, again, I see that there is some things within this option that could be very dangerous, where you could potentially open up yourself to a lot of random women because you don't have solid aces in their places. And that could come back and bite you in the butt. So one more time, breaking this down for the slow guys in the back, the recessed chin, the single mother raised guys in the back. Option number one, if you don't have a child and she doesn't have a child, you're prepping this person to be a womb donor. And you're accepting the fact that you're going to pay $500 to $1,000 in child support and potentially never ever see your kid. Option number two is that you're a guy that's already solid within your endeavors and your lifestyle. You want to have a main chick, but you're going to constantly be accepting applications, knowing that you potentially will want someone in this backup position. And a lot of older ladies fill this position pretty well. It doesn't have to necessarily be an older woman, but to me, that's their position in life at this stage of their life, let's say 45 and older. Number three is a free agent lifestyle. This just essentially means this guy just operates solely based off what he sees as best. Definitely not a bad way to operate. Now, a lot of free agents, in my opinion, they open up themselves to a lot of different women as far as, who they deal with, whether it's pay for play or something like that. I see that this could be potentially dangerous down the road, whether it's an STD or just some strange woman doing some strange thing. But if you're strong enough in that endeavor, that could be a solid lifestyle for you. Ultimately, all in all, what this all surmises and what the whole point of this topic is that monogamy is not the answer. Let's say you're monogamous with a woman nowadays and she's got 10 bodies. Again, let's go back to our math here. She's 18. She's collected 2 bodies per year, and I'm being very generous with that number. She's 25 now. That's 10 bodies. You're telling me that you're going to be the one guy, after these 10 guys have been there, to say, hey, I'm going to pull the sword out of the rock, and we're going to live happily ever after. Odds are not in your favor, and if I had $1 million to put on it, I would bet against you. I don't recommend that for anyone. And this whole I've been saved, let's do it the right way, the Christian way, I think that's just all bullshit. Kick it over the moon. So you go, let's say you guys haven't done anything in 2 years. You're getting to know each other. You're going on ice cream dates. It's all cute. You're holding hands. But let me think about something real quick. What was she doing a month before you met her? You know what she was doing? She, like Coach Greg said, she was getting folded up like a lawn chair at a barbecue. And now you're meeting her a month later and you're thinking that you're going to change based off of what? Change her based off of what? You met her, you're a nice guy, you're doing this as a Christian way. You know why you're doing that? And you're waiting this year to even get a little stink on your finger? Guess what she's doing? Tyrone's coming over with loose Timbs in the middle of the night and he's knocking the lining out of it while you guys are going on these play dates. Don't do that to yourself. It's going to end up really bad in the long run. All right, so I rented long enough. Hopefully this has some value for you. If it don't, press play, move on to something else. But I appreciate your time. Until next time.